draped-up feeling for a new feeling of, yeah, baby. Look great, feel great. Edge Pro Gel. Save your skin.
It's different down here. NFL 2002. EA Sports. It's in the game. Rated E for everyone.
Gone, but it's not forgotten. Here's a look back at the greatest games of 2001.
Make it nasty! Make it physical! Take it down!
Whenever the Oakland Raiders face the Miami Dolphins, tighten up the chin strap. Both teams landed heavy punches. But only one would be left standing.
Battling toe-to-toe, man. Keep getting stronger. Two heavyweights battling toe-to-toe. Keep getting stronger. Let's go.
In week 2, yards in the trenches were precious and few, so the Raiders unleashed Charlie Garner out on the edges as a receiver. The result, 6 catches, 75 yards, and a 6-0 lead.
Charlie Garner has been the main man on the offense of the Raiders.
Charlie Garner has been unstoppable today.
Good drive. Good drive. Way to go, Owen. Good drive. Great job. Good job. Good protection. A lot of time, man. Great job.
Oakland was punishing Miami slowly on both sides of the ball. It wasn't until the second quarter that Jay Fiedler completed his first pass. But with 20 seconds left in the half, the Dolphins had marched to the Raider 2.
Fiedler in the shotgun, waits for the snap from center. He takes it. Quarterback draw. Fiedler's in. Quarterback draw. Fiedler. Touchdown from 2 yards out.
And how magnificent was that? And they have put a touchdown on the board.
This is the tempo of the second half. Okay? This is where we were against Kansas City. This is where we are today. Right kick out for Rover. Hit on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hit, baby!
Under the blazing South Florida sun, the final 30 minutes would be just like the first. The winner would be the team with will and staying power. The team that could take the big hit and come back for more. In the third quarter, the Dolphins grabbed back a 10-9 lead, settling for a field goal after this near miss by Oronde Gadsden. Who would crack first? Who would make the fatal mistake? The answer came early in the final quarter.
Blitz, Willie Thomas, throw, intercepted, and going back for a touchdown will be Anthony Dorsett. Touchdown, Raiders!
Fiedler threw it right into double coverage.
There was no one between Dorsett and the end zone.
My goodness gracious.
The final bell was about to toll. The Dolphins were on the ropes, and Oakland was poised for the knockout.
2 more minutes. One of the greatest pictures on the Raiders. Just keep reaching now. Keep reaching. Okay?
Hoping against hope, Jay Fiedler took the field one more time. There was little reason to think he had any chance at all. After all, he had been intercepted twice, and his last 7 passes had either been returned for a touchdown or had sailed out of reach. Even worse, just minutes before, Fiedler was decked. He was staggered. Teammates urged him to sit out the rest of the series. Somehow he stayed in. Now with 80 long yards to travel against a defense that had battered him all day, Fiedler had little time and no timeouts.
41
Jay Fiedler gets the snap from Tim Ruddy, looking to throw. Hit as he throws downfield. It's complete to Dedrick Ward, and he's out of bounds at the 40-yard line. There's a 20-yard chunk.
That is exactly what the Dolphins needed.
three-man defense in front by the Raiders, but they may bring some extra. No, they do not. Only a three-man rush. Fiedler looking, scrambling out of the pocket to the right side. Now fires to the sideline. It's complete down to the 25-yard line. Chris Chambers hauls it in.
He threw a laser shot in there. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Looks one way. Now scrambling to the right side. Throws back over the middle. It's complete down to the 9-yard line. Dedrick Ward on the catch. Clock is running, though. And the Dolphins have a first and goal from the 9-yard line. 28 seconds left in the game. Here's Fiedler looking. Quarterback draw. He runs it up the middle. He's down to the 2-yard line. Dolphins have to hurry up and get back to the line of scrimmage. They're signaling to spike the ball. 12 seconds remaining.
After a hurried clock-stopping spike, Fiedler mustered his men one more time at the Raider 2. He had launched the unlikely drive by completing 4 in a row. Now he needed to finish what he started. A run-pass option was sent in. 12 seconds remained. The Raiders dug in.
Fiedler fakes one way, rolling back the other way. Lots of time, looking into the end zone. Nobody there. He'll run. Was rolling to the right, couldn't find anybody open in the end zone, and ran it in.
There is pandemonium in this building. Oh, my God, the Dolphins have come storming back. They're going to win this football game. You talk about a will to win. This Dolphin team today just would not give up.
I ain't leaving this place without a victory.
Wins, baby.
I gotta have a victory. I need everybody. I need everybody. You gotta play today. Soldiers! 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 1, 2, 3!
In a mid-season battle of playoff teams, San Francisco got the early jump when Bryant Young perfectly anticipated Chicago's snap count.
Fumble on the ball. 49ers pick it up. If they can get their balance, they're going to run it in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Bryant Young was in the backfield before the handoff could even be made. Jim Miller didn't know what hit him.
You got off on the snap, they're going to try to hard count you now. You know that, right? That guy wasn't born yesterday, so just sit in the block.
Hey, hey! Keep your door locked. Ain't nothing to smile about.
Dick Geron's Bears certainly weren't smiling, down 14-0. But when Shane Matthews replaced injured starter Jim Miller, Chicago sprung to life and pulled within 14-9 at the half. San Francisco, however, soon regained control. The 49ers kept the Bears' defense off balance by sending number 20, Garrison Hearst, downfield as a receiver, matched up one-on-one with a linebacker. Hearst finished with 4 catches for 105 yards and his first touchdown in nearly 2 years.
Garrison Hearst out to the right against the linebacker. Now Jeff's got lots of time. He throws way down the right sideline. Hearst has it. There's the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown, 49ers. Garrison Hearst. Nice ball. You don't let up. That's smart football. Let's go, Ray. Nice job. Don't let up, Eddie. Get another defensive turnover for a touchdown. Hey, no letting up, baby. Keep pounding. Keep pounding. Great backdrop by Matthews. Matthews, there's a flag on the play, and it's picked off by Bronson. Bronson down the left sideline. He's going to go if the flag is not against San Francisco.
The flag was not against San Francisco, and Zach Bronson's 97-yard return stood to give the 49ers a commanding 28-9 lead in the third quarter. The Bears, however, didn't panic and refused to abandon their punishing ground game. Rookie Anthony Thomas rushed for 127 yards and a score.
Get some running room. He's to the 10. Thomas to the 5. To the end zone. A-Train with another touchdown. I'm telling you guys, this is not over yet.
Trailing 31-16 midway through the fourth quarter, Matthews continued to lead an unlikely Bears comeback. Rookie David Terrell's first NFL touchdown catch cut the 49ers' lead to 31-23. Matthews completed 25 of 31 passes, including 8 straight on a 67-yard drive in the game's final minutes.
Score split right, Z half fly, 62, Y red, XQ.
Plenty of time here, plenty of time. 33 seconds, they're at the 3. Matthews running to his left side, looking into the end zone, throws to Rowe. Did he catch it? Yes! 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 I don't know how he did it, but he caught it. There was a defender right in his face. 3-yard touchdown.
Terrell's second score set up a 2-point conversion attempt to tie the game.
Matthews from under center. Hand off Anthony Thomas. Puts his head down. And he is with a 2-point conversion. And the Bears have tied this game with 26 seconds to play. They've come back from 19 down.
Hey, that can't stop us now. We're on a roll now. Let's go. Let's finish this. Let's finish it.
One play into overtime, the Bears finished it in a hurry.
Short set, quick throw, slant. Oh, he's going to be intercepted up the ball. Mike Brown got it. He's 20, 15. He's to the 10, to the 5. That's intercepted the ball. The Bears have won. This is absolutely incredible.
Last year, he was the premier pass-catching tight end in the NFC. But entering Week 16, Chad Lewis was averaging a mere 2.4 receptions per game. On the Eagles' first drive, Lewis was the focus of the offense. The result? 5 catches for 53 yards, including the grab that gave Philadelphia a 7-0 lead.
He's going to fire, and it is caught for a touchdown by Chad Lewis.
Chad Lewis carrying the load this entire possession.
Make it happen all day. Show up now. Good job. We're not finished now. We're not finished.
Here we go. Settle down.
Number 92, Michael Strahan, single-handedly kept the Giants in the game the rest of the first half, recording 3 sacks on his way to setting an NFL record with 22.5. It didn't take a genius to figure out that New York's trick play left Philadelphia dumbfounded. Amani Toomer's touchdown helped the Giants to a 10-7 lead.
Hey, you know what? We keep this guy in the pocket. The hell, we didn't do anything. We keep this guy in the pocket. They didn't do anything. I know it.
Donovan McNabb may be dangerous outside the pocket, but against the Giants, he did most of his damage inside it.
That one first down is back. He steps forward. He is going deep down the far side. It is caught and running all the way in for a touchdown is James Thrash. The bomb! And the Eagles recapture the lead.
Hey, they're picking on these rookie corners, and this time James Thrash just runs right by him. McNabb hits him perfectly in stride, a 57-yard strike.
What a great pass by McNabb as he went downtown with the wind at his back, and Thrash took it in full stride.
He just runs right by
Will
rookie
Allen.
corner Will Allen. It's through! It's far from over, baby. It's far from over.
Hey, you wrap that son of a bitch and run right over him.
Ron Dayne's power running helped New York retake the lead.
Handoff game, running right, got a hole. Dane to the 10, to the 5, touchdown, stand it up. Hey, good job, man.
With the Giants leading 21-14, Donovan McNabb began a 2.5-minute sequence that turned him from aspiring to inspiring.
Back goes McNabb. He looks, he pumps. He is firing down the far side, and it is caught inside the 10 by Thrash down at the 8. Out of bounds at the 8, killing the clock with 1:53. He looks, he fires, and it is caught for a touchdown by Jan Lewis. But you know what? There's almost too much time remaining. Nevertheless, I will gladly take it.
With the game tied at 21, New York went 3 and out, leaving just under 1 minute for McNabb to drive his team into field goal range.
Steps up into his throw, swings it right, pass complete to midfield. Guess who? James Spratt. Tackle of the Giant 46. 45 seconds remaining.
He's going to run. Cut for his right at the 20. Down at the 17. This game, this season, is going to rest on the toe of David Akers. David Akers is very, very cool. And the clock now shows 11 seconds remaining.
Ready?
Right here! Right here! Let's go!
Here we go. 35-yard attempt to give the Eagles the lead. Ball is spotted. The kick is away. It's not the distance.
Game over? Hardly. This game, perhaps the best of the year, deserved far more than a futile Hail Mary to end it. The Giants' last gasp took everyone's breath away.
Running with the football, they lateral it off to Ron Dixon. Whoa! At the 50, at the 45-40, at the 35-30, at the 25, and finally tackled at the 5 with no seconds left. And the Eagles win. They take your breath away, but they win the game.
Hey, I just want to know who the NFC East champs are.
Ain't nothing like today, baby. We laid all the line today. Let's go. All the line today. Let's go, bro.
Let's go, defense!
The Raiders' defense was burned on the Jets' second play from scrimmage.
Holes inside the 35 to the 30, down the sideline, and gone. Touchdown, New York Jets.
Hey, it's gonna be all right. Gonna be all right, guys. Gonna be all right.
Let's go. Come on, baby.
For the rest of the first half, Oakland's defense kept Vinny Testaverde on the run, forcing critical New York errors. As the Jets began to stagger, the Raiders regained their swagger.
Penetration now when he's at 8 yards. He did not handle penetration. I mean, Charlie Gardner, halfback. Charlie, he's half receiving halfback.
Charlie Garner was effective out of the backfield this year. But for tough yards, head coach John Gruden called on bruising Tyrone Wheatley.
Give me Wheatley. And Reds, let's go for 2. 3, get Gardner out. 3 right slot. H2 run at the end.
Hands off to Wheatley, up the gut, and the hammer dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders! What a run by Wheatley there.
Late in the second quarter, the Jets took a 14-9 lead.
They blocked the punt ball on the goal line, and the Jets will pick it up for a touchdown. It is a touchdown. Chris Hayes blocked the punt.
The game's third lead change came with under a minute left in the first half.
Play action to Gardner, Gannon back steps up, looks one wide open, touchdown, Roland Williams.
The score gave Oakland a 16-14 lead at the half.
Every now and then. You might like it.
The Jets preferred throwing to the little man, number 80, Wayne Krebet. fourth lead change gave New York a 21-19 lead entering the fourth quarter.
30, 20. He will score. Touchdown, Lamont Jordan goes 46 yards. Come on, Raiders! You gotta get it together!
Yeah, Tony, keep fighting, baby. Keep fighting. Don't let him penetrate now. Keep fighting.
A Raider field goal put Herman Edwards' team in a 22-21 deficit before Oakland almost put the game out of reach.
Wide open, Roland Williams, the overthrow. Come on. Come on, get it!
The Jets needed the game's sixth lead change of the day to win the game and qualify for the playoffs.
Here's a huge drive. 3rd and 10 Jets on their own 36-yard line. 1 point, 2 minutes to go. Testaverde going to roll to his right. Rolling down the middle. Caught. First down, Swain into Raider territory. They're going for the field goal. Here is John Hall. It's going to be a long one. It is a 53-yarder with 1:04 to play. Here likely is the whole day's activities in the one kick. He has it down. The kick is away, and it is good. He made it. The Jets sideline explodes. And that will end the game. And the New York Jets are going to beat the Raiders here in Oakland today, 24-22.
I knew you had it, though, all the way. I'm telling you, I called it before it even happened.
The New York Jets are going to be in the playoffs.
Go get on our roll. There you go. Get on our roll. Talk about it all week. Together. When you do things together, man, you believe. And you believe you can conquer anything. And that's what this team's about, man. You're right. Nobody expected it but us. And you guys deserve it.
How will the NFL's 32nd team, the Houston Texans, fare in their first season? What kind of effect will realignment have on the game? When will Emmitt Smith break Walter Payton's rushing record? And who will be the surprise team of the year? Well, in about 6 months, we'll kick off the 2002 season. I'm psyched already. I'm Steve Sabol. I'll see you in August.
Brought to you by Madden NFL 2002 by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Edge Pro Gel is the official shave gel of the NFL. Save your skin.
Welcome back as we continue with our classic Miami Marathon until 7 Eastern. Set to kick off, a look at the 1972 Miami Dolphins, the last team in NFL history to record a perfect season. The Fish featured 2 running backs who gained more than 1,000 yards, Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris. The vaunted no-name defense was led by Hall of Fame linebacker Nick Buoniconti. And the mastermind behind it all was Don Shula, who won his 100th game in just his 10th NFL season. We now present the story of the 1972 Miami Dolphins, right here on ESPN Classic.
As the triumphant Miami Dolphins returned from Super Bowl VII, a throng of thousands gave a winner's welcome to the team, Coach Don Shula, and owner Joe Roberts.
This is the Vince Lombardi Trophy for the winner of the Super Bowl.
Arrowhead Stadium was the scene of the opener. Don Shula had set a single goal for the new season, to get his team in the Super Bowl and win it. Beating the Chiefs in their new stadium would be the first step. The irony of opening in Kansas City was apparent to all, especially Don Shula. For this was a rematch of 1971's Christmas Day playoff in football's longest game. Garo Yepremian's field goal in sudden death overtime had beaten the Chiefs and propelled the Dolphins into the Super Bowl. Now, as the Dolphins began the 72 schedule, all the psychological advantages belonged to the favored Chiefs. But Bob Greasy passed to an old target, Paul Warfield. And a new one, Marlon Briscoe, to lead the offense to 2 touchdowns. Miami's famous no-name defense was superb, stopping the Chiefs' running game, shutting off their big threat Otis Taylor, and harassing Len Dawson throughout the game. Miami's dominance was so complete, they held Kansas City without a touchdown until only 9 seconds remained. Miami had easily thwarted the revenge-minded Chiefs 20-10. The next Sunday in the home opener, Miami raced away from Houston in the rain. All 4 of Shula's backs, Morris, Zonka, Greasy, and Kick, scored touchdowns as the Dolphins won their second 34-13. Then came the Vikings. From the opening kickoff, it was a bruising battle.